Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm on just a minute or so early today, but that way I'll give everybody a chance to jump on and get caught up with us. And that way we can start with all the goodies that we got for you today. Welcome to today's broadcast. Our topic is the future isn't what it used to be. Okay. Perhaps we're going to shed some light on butterfly effect, Mandela effect, parallel realities. Who knows what else? All right. The second part of the stream today, I'm going to guide you through a very nice visualization process. Some might even say it's a transforming and hypnotic experience, but I'll leave that up to you to experience yourself. That it will alter and help you to shift and alter your future in an unconscious and automatic way. So you're going to want to stick around for that today. It's a really good one I created just for you guys. So let me just bring Ross in. And as I do, you guys could just start let me just check hey, we got some people coming in. Just if you guys can start to just let us know where you're coming in from. Just add Ross. We love to hear the many different places.
Good morning.
Hey, Ross, welcome in. Hey, buddy, I just wanted to check in with you. How's all that international multilingual stuff going?
I think it's going really, really well. Matter of fact, it's been going so well. They've been doing it for centuries.
I mean, with you.
But you know what? Today I was stumped. I'm just like, well, I have got to the point where I'm at to my list of languages that I just simply can't pronounce. Doesn't mean it's going to go away. It just means I have to go do a little bit more learning because I've tried this in the past and failed miserably because the pronunciation in some languages is so specific. So in lieu of that, I'm going to talk to you about the word hello. So the word hello has been around for a very, very long time. There's many previous variations, hello, hola, and many, many others. And hello was actually adapted as the universal greeting solely for the fact that with the invention of the telephone, a caller may not know the specific time zone nor proper greeting. So in other words, they're calling somebody, they don't know if it's the morning, they can't say good morning because they really aren't sure with all the different times. Is it really morning there? Is it really good afternoon? Is it really good evening? And so they said, we're just going to make hello. It doesn't matter what time of day that you say it.
Wow.
It means hello.
So look at that. So as we talk about the infinity matrix,
that's all I got.
but it's interesting, right? Because as we talk about the infinity matrix, it's we're always talking about how other forces have molded and shaped what we accept as reality. I never knew that. That's pretty interesting. So at some point, some guy decided those letters put together is going to be the universal message for greeting.
That is correct. Yes, and as I said, there's and it was all because of technology.
That's cool.
And we really until you step back and start looking at things, you really don't know where and why things came about, and until you really kind of get super curious about it or hear something, your RAS is kind of peaked, and you just hear something that just kind of goes, that's interesting. I'm going to look into that. That's really very interesting. So that's it. So, all right. So I'm done. Just go ahead and click me off. I'm good.
If you're still joining us, go ahead and drop in the comments where you're coming from. I see a bunch of different spaces, which is awesome. Also, even if you've been here many times before, we always love to hear the places from around the world we're reaching. If it is your first time on the stream with us, please type in hashtag first time.
And so you know what? Since we have such a global community, wherever you're at, give us your variation of hello.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. And if you're a regular, go ahead and help us out with the Facebook algorithm and drop some likes, hearts, emojis, and also hashtag hooked on hacking. And then in the comments, just kind of let us know where you're at, how what's going on with everyone. We'd like to hear what's going on. We'd like to hear the results you're getting, the successes you're experiencing. And if you're watching this as a replay, obviously, just shoot the hashtag replay in there so it flags us as well to kind of come and check out if you have any comments. Okay, so we always like to hear the comments and stuff, Ross. What is it that you got for us today?
We got some nice testimonials from this week. One of them comes from, I believe it was Kevin. I'm new to all this, and I'm constantly in awe. And thank you very much for sharing all of your knowledge. It was a really, really nice one. He was a first timer. Nice. And then the other one I love is OMG. Oh my God, you just talked to me like I'm really thirsty to learn. And I feel like I stopped halfway on my road, and it was long ago. So this time it's just willing to be something much bigger. Obviously, this has been translated. Because I have learned from where I am now is not to do the road and not even where I just should be, like I am late to catch the plane to take me on my own way to heaven. So that's really sweet. I'm really working on you on your material. It was just so big to push me where and when and how I need to go. Thank you so much.
Wow. That's awesome. So we got Algeria, we got everywhere. There's all kinds of great ones there today. So first time from Puerto Rico, Australia. Wow, good reach today. All right, so let's jump right into it, Ross, so we can kind of get people.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Around if you're just jumping on because we're just kind of getting into getting the logistics out of the way. We're gonna talk about parallel realities, time variations, all kinds of really cool stuff. And then I'm going to put you through a nice trance induction a little bit later, and you're going to want to stick around for that one because it's pretty cool. So, all right, go ahead, Ross.
Okay, so as usual, well, actually, this is Gary's and mine favorite subject. It really is. We can sit and talk about this for hours because it's very, very big, and as usual, it's very, very difficult to distill this down into a short period of time. And the last couple of days we've been kind of talking about this, and we're going to do a larger version of this as well in the near future, because I simply couldn't stop writing. Yeah, I'm just like, this is it's so exciting. And as we progress here, you're going to know why this is our favorite. Okay, so in our previous live stream, number 9, we spoke about future memories and the relevance to your present state. And we kind of gave you a quick breakdown of the different theories of time and space. And with the primary theory being that of the 4D block universe. And Gary, if you could pop that image up for me.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my.
Just as a reminder, and also there's for a lot of the people who just started.
Well, hold on for a second. I'll bring you back. There we go. Yeah, I was hiding.
All right, there I am. Hey, I'm back. See, I just went to another reality, just like that. So I'm not going to go deep into what the 4D universe is. Go back to episode 9. And that'll give you the real detail on this, and but it's not required. You don't need that to understand what I'm talking about today. So that particular episode, I probably qualified that too. Is that again, it's our favorite, and it's really what all this is about. And so it's just the tip of the iceberg. It's the appetizer. And if we told you that you have yet another choice parameter, what would you think? A simpler choice? A choice that determines which reality you can choose to exist in. Anybody interested in this? Or should I just talk about gardening or, I don't know, something else? Snow. We're all experiencing snow. Give me a little thumbs up down below that this is what you've been waiting for just as much as we have been. Okay, so set aside all of your predetermined ideas of time and space. All the movie definitions and all the Back to the Future movies and anything like this, the science fiction movies you might, or the love stories that you may have read at one time. I just set all that stuff aside. Okay, I'm not going to say it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, I want you to kind of with a clean slate here. So just relax and go with this flow of information, letting your mind expand into the realm of greater consciousness. Today, we're exploring the quantum concepts of the many worlds theory, or as you might be familiar, the multiverse. So, within the multiverse, virtually anything is possible. Any outcome can be realized, and it's completely in your grasp to access its potentials. So, we talked about the downside of the 4D block universe. It was a predetermined construct. The outcomes were already set, and we were simply playing a role. This is kind of where the simulation theory comes in, that we're all basically just living in a video game. But that's a whole nother show, and we will do that show. There with the 4D block universe, there's virtually no free will. You are just following a predetermined path. So then a quantum physicist named Dr. Sean Carroll conceived the many worlds theory. And as the science was better supported of this type of theory, so this theory is more in alignment with the ancient writings and philosophies, and in our opinion, it's verifiable. It starts with the 4D block universe theory, but it allows for the timeline to split off into a new block universe. Thus, the time travel paradox is solved as well. In other words, for those of you that don't know what a time paradox is, if I went back in time and killed my grandfather, the paradox is that I now never existed. So I couldn't possibly go back in time and kill my grandfather. And I know this is kind of a morbid example, but it serves the purpose. So the many worlds theorem says, yes, I could go back in time and kill my grandfather, but that timeline would now branch into a different timeline and a new 4D reality where I would not exist in the future of that timeline. Everybody with me? Okay, so, and just so you know, Gramps is fine, and no grandparents were harmed in the making of this presentation. So is everybody still with me? Okay, so you're also probably wondering why the heck are we talking about this? Well, that's what today's little secret is all about. We've all had that friend, acquaintance, family member who is always in the dumps. Seems they can't catch a break and are forever stuck on that hamster wheel. So can you imagine what would happen if on the first day we taught them today's content, bam, boom, it would be game over because they could not handle that. They wouldn't understand what the heck we're talking about. So when we discussed connecting your awe-inspiring self last week, it's because you need to be a complete conscious entity for all of this to work. In episode 19, we discussed thinking outside the conditioned operating system. Well, this is pretty outside the box, don't you think? And then you've got episode 18 where we showed you how to align your vibrational energy. Do you think we want the wrong energy just flying all about? That's where we've said this is a process. We were building a foundation, and the foundation must be laid down first, or failure is surely imminent. There's no way of getting around it. So, with all of this in mind, think for a moment how you can optimize this. Put it in the comments. But this time I'm going to stop talking for a minute while you type, because this is important. This is the key. How can you optimize what I've just told you? How can you optimize that splitting off, finding a new reality? If you can't think of anything, make sure to leave yourself a note to add into this comment section later on, because we're going to go and review every single answer after the show. We do that anyhow, but it's going to be a little bit more in depth. This is so big. This is so powerful. Some of you might be comprehending it, of the true nature of where this is going, and some maybe not. But you'll catch up. That's fine. There's nothing. Everybody is. That's why we don't push anybody, unless we're doing our quest. We're not going to push anybody into learning at a particular speed, because this is big stuff. We are contradicting at least 50% of the information that's out there, maybe even 75%. Okay, so yes, you're all right. You're going to release the awesomeness of the wonderful, beautiful consciousness of you. And you're going to connect to it with the awesomeness of the universe. And then you're going to step into a new reality that you decided to be in. And the infinity matrix is your launch point. Now it's all starting to all the little dots are starting to connect. At first, the changes are very, very subtle. A building might appear on a street you frequently travel. We want you to be grateful for it. A sign might change, or did it? Was it always the same? You're not sure. Be grateful for it. The landscape all of a sudden changes. I don't remember those trees and that pond being there. Huh. Be grateful for it. You've recognized it. A mountain suddenly appears on the horizon. You've gazed at the horizon for years. Just go, be grateful for it. You become sensitive to particular areas. You're going for a walk. You're driving. Some of those areas might be colder, some warmer than usual. I'm talking small areas, not your city or your town, but just small areas. Okay? Perhaps like a vortex of sort. You'll brush it off to your imagination, deja vu, happenstance. Then again and again, be grateful for it. Then something you wanted and thought about for months or maybe years, and all of a sudden it comes to realization. It just happens. But it's out of nowhere now? That's when you're going to really start to wonder, maybe those guys are onto something. Be grateful for it. Now, when enough synchronicity has happened and your gratitude meter is off the scale, now, when the fog clears and a clearer image of the life you really want to have begins to kind of congeal in your mind, you'll go to sleep with that at the forefront of your thoughts. This is the reality I prefer. I'm going to say that over and over again. This is the reality I prefer. You'll do this with gratitude and love, with no exceptions of where and when of the outcome. No expectations. And that's it for today. So Gary is now created specifically for you guys a very, very powerful trend that's going to help you glue all of this information together. So
Yeah.
please, I'm going to put out if you're driving or you're operating any type of machinery, anything that can hurt you, either stop doing it or turn us off and watch the replay. But don't forget to put hashtag replay.
First of all, first of all, if you're driving, you shouldn't be watching a live stream. Just saying. You could be listening to it.
You know,
Excuse me.
I have ducked and dodged too many people to think that they probably are watching a video on driving in the cars.
Yeah. Well, so this is such a vast topic, right? And I think that
it really is.
Up a lot of doors, just kind of introducing it, and we definitely, everybody here, we definitely will come back to it again for future streams. This is not a one topic thing.
Right.
There's a lot of different rabbit holes we could go through with it. We had a lot of really great comments while you were going on there, Ross. And you know, I'm looking forward to going back and kind of responding to them. So it really comes back to getting to what we call your choice convergence point, and that place where all possible choices exist, that realm of possibilities. And there's all kinds of different names different people have given it. And, you know, as we're discussing these potential futures, the visualization we're going to work on today is going to it's going to streamline an unconscious level to give you a really cool tool that you can utilize. We will clip out just the visualization part so that that's its standalone bit, and we'll add that to the group. If you know, I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you're not in the Facebook group, please get on there, because we really have a bunch of really cool group specific content. Let me just throw the link up on the screen here. That's coming very soon. It's rolling along the bottom there, but I want to put it on the actual screen here too. There we go. And when you get there, when you register in, you need to answer the questions so that the system accepts you. And then it also gives the option to be part of a VIP. It's not mandatory, but if you do that, then you do get extra stuff that we're going to have just for VIPs. And you're going to start to see, if you're in the group and in membership as a VIP, you're going to start to see us rolling out a whole bunch of real cool stuff coming up very, very soon. So yeah, so make sure you do that. When you get there, if you want to catch any of the replays that Ross was talking about, it's under the guides tab. It used to be the units tab, but now it's called the guides tab. Facebook changed the name on us. So make sure you go there and check out that stuff. And also, just a quick, before I start the induction today, as you start to get ready for that, at the end of after the induction visualization is done, we will be taking about 10 minutes or so to go over the 7-day hack challenge that we have set up, and it's going to be starting soon. So if you want to stick around to get more info on that, we're going to do that. And then we'll also be having specific Zoom calls, which are more intimate, and we can interact with everybody in a more organic way, starting on Saturday. And we'll be emailing out the links and the times for those. If you're not on VIP, you won't get that info. So you need to be on VIP to get that. And yeah, and so you know, we'll share the link for how to sign up for the challenge as well after we kind of give a short discussion around it in today's stream. And you'll want to stick around for that, because it's a really great challenge. We got a lot of really cool stuff in there. All right,
Gary, we also want to give them a reminder too, and we've kind of talked about this at a lot of the previous ones. Some of you, when you first joined into the group, there were some questions. One of them is if you wanted to be in the VIP, to give us your email. And unfortunately, the Facebook software dropped a lot of that data. And we were just compiling all of our lists and things, what was it, yesterday or the day before? And I'm sending texts out to people who I know wanted to be in the VIP. Do you still want to? Because we don't have your information. So If you didn't give us your VIP or your email address, that's your only entrance into the VIP, so we can better communicate with you, drop Gary or myself an instant message with your name and your email address, and that you want to be in the VIP. If you specifically want to look into the 7-day quest, then notate that as well. But there's going to be, in the next few days, there's going to be lots of ways of doing that. But it's really, really important. So there's a lot of people out there that still have the assumption, oh no, I already signed up for it. And it's like, yeah, well, kind of.
It doesn't hurt to double check, right?
It really doesn't. And there, we had a number of people who are very, very interested, and they're saying, oh yeah, we already have you, you're good to go. So it doesn't hurt to double check, absolutely. So it's just really, really important. We apologize that you have to do this again, but that's technology. When technology works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it's so.
Blame Mark Zuckerberg.
Personally.
If anyone has a direct contact.
Yeah, exactly. Anonymously drop his email in our instant messenger.
Right. Okay, all right. So let's get going here.
Just drop me off.
Yep. And then I'm going to bring in some visual. For those of you that do want to start with your eyes open, we'll watch this at a few time. Then I'm going to add a visual here. And let's switch that out. Oh, other way. There we go. And all right. Let's make sure we got the volume going. Nice. Let me get rid of this text on the screen. All right. So if you guys can just go ahead and start to make yourself comfortable while I just kind of take care of some of these logistics here. And I can take that off there. Nice. That on solo. There we go. Okay. So, as you get into a comfortable position, I want you to turn off any distractions for the next 15 minutes or so, and just begin to listen to the sound of my voice. And begin to journey today to a place where we will allow you to enter into the magical, mystical realm of the mind, where you begin the process of going into trance right now. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to take your right hand and lift it up, extending it right in front of you, about shoulder height, straight in front of you. Go ahead and lift it up. And if you're laying down, you can lift it up just from the elbow up so that the hand is just kind of flopped over. And from here, could you imagine this is now a sleepy hand. And this sleepy hand is going to guide you into trance. And as your hand sleeps, it will slowly calm down to a comfortable resting position with every breath you take and every word that I say. That hand will incrementally move down. That's right, very slowly. In fact, there may be a part of you that wants to try to hold it up and find the harder you try, the more heavy it gets. And as only allowing it slowly to move, only as slowly as you are willing to go deep into hypnosis. Each and every moment will allow your body to relax and will allow your mind to enter into that magical, mystical realm. A magical, mystical realm where trance formations naturally occur. So that upon awakening today and every day, your body will create a healthy state where instantly and automatically, one cell at a time. That's right. 50 million cells per second will instantly and automatically change. Because today we are going for the true core power of your ability to transform your future. So just allow that arm to be pulled down by gravity, very gently. That's right. Guiding you deeper and deeper. You may find that as you drift deeper, you can become more comfortable, more relaxed. That's right. Just letting go. So today, if you could, allow your mind to enter into that magical place, that automatic place in your mind which controls your heartbeat instantly and automatically 86,000 times a day. That's right. Perhaps you've noticed as you enter into this deep, relaxed place that there is a power. There's a sense of power that you're beginning to feel. And notice that power perhaps as a spark of light between the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. A spark that represents all of the knowledge, all of the books, all of the classes and lessons that you've ever taken. That's right. A combination of all that information that will allow you to make the transformations that you desire. Because a spark can grow into a flame, expanding into the right and the left hemispheres of the brain, activating the creative resources of your infinite mind, and putting together a master creative plan that will allow you to journey through life, achieving extraordinary outcomes, and allowing your purpose and passions to burn strong at the core. This can be your own eternal flame. It burns away any negative thoughts, negative ideas, and negative beliefs about your potential, leaving you with the truth that you are an infinitely creative being. And as you realize those resources, imagine, just imagine that eternal flame is being carried from the right and the left hemispheres of the brain down through your body. Logically and systematically putting in place the right things at the right times, the right behaviors, the right attitudes, the right mental outlook sinking down naturally into your experience. Digging deep and grabbing hold of that wonderful power that stems from inside of you, allowing your body to continue to relax even more. As this bright, brilliant, wonderful mindset is now expanding throughout your entire face and head, relaxing every muscle, even the tiniest little muscles going loose. That's right. Going limp and completely relaxed. Activating health in every cell, educating every cell and every system, like a broadcast from a radio station, from the central core of your thoughts, you may continue broadcasting messages of empowerment and possibilities, traveling to every cell, to every system, to every organ of your body, and to the full extent of the infinity matrix. I wonder what it's like when that bright brilliantness of your mind expands into your throat. That's right. Down into your neck, down into your shoulders. There you go. Could you feel it? Feel it between the joints or between the muscles, going loose and limp and completely relaxed. Deeper and deeper, to the very core of power. At the center of your beingness, a wondrous destination where you can begin to wander and wonder about the one key element or issue that will allow your body to just release and let it go completely. That's right. Just let go of the limitations of the past. Just place them behind you as distant, faded images and memories of the past, no longer serving you and you no longer serving them. You could have already made the choice to be free. Free to journey into a future that just isn't what it used to be. So begin to think about one outcome that you would like to have occur in your life, in the future. Just one for now. So that you know that you've won in the future. And as you think about this outcome, which you wish to attain, begin to think about what is the last thing that needs to happen in order for you to know that you have this outcome. What action, what image, what sound needs to happen in order for you to say without question that this outcome is completed. Just take a few moments to think about that. That's right. Go ahead. Imagine the scenario in your mind. Look around and notice what's in your environment. Glance to the left. There you go. Now look to the right. That's it. And roll your eyes around the scene and take inventory of all the details. What's behind you? And what's in front? Take your time and see all that you will see when you know that this outcome is achieved. Stay focused. Concentrate. Go ahead and get all the details. Now, as you look at your outcome having already been accomplished, what do you hear? What do you hear? Listen to the sounds in the environment. The sounds off to the sides. the sounds in the distance, and even the sounds within your mind. As you continue to create this full sensory experience, seeing what you're seeing, hearing what you're hearing now, bringing into awareness, how does it feel to know that your outcome has been realized? What sensations can you feel from outside your body? From the external matrix? What sensations do you feel inside your body? What emotions are presenting themselves here in the internal matrix? Now, as you recognize the completion of this outcome, can you smell what success smells like? Does victory have a taste? These are questions only you can answer for yourself. As you integrate this experience into a mental picture, a projection, and step into it, step into the experience fully and completely, so that you're in that body, that you're looking out of those eyes, that you're listening with those ears, being there now, as if it is already so. And using the power of your intention, you can make any and all adjustments necessary to enhance and strengthen this experience. Make it as real as possible. Now, breathe in all the possibilities from the matrix. Allow it to move into the cells, into the atoms, into the molecules of your body. Take a few moments to let it all permeate through your internal matrix. And then exhale the transformations out into your external matrix. So they become reflections of one another with more intention now. That you know fully and completely what that will be like. Just imagine you could step out of this construct, knowing that it will be something to look forward to in your future. Without question, it will be there. As you step out, you begin to see an impression of yourself in the scene, so that you are now looking at you in this imagination of your outcome being accomplished. And from here, imagine your access to this infinite power, allowing you to move through time as it would be beneficial for you. To take that projection of your completed outcome and float up gently. That's right. It's time to float up above this present time. There you go. Comfortably above now. With the projection of your outcome in front of you. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to take 4 deep breaths. These deep breaths will be used to energize your projection, to strengthen it, to give it life so that it may live in your future. When you exhale, imagine a wonderful white light leaving your body and going into your successful projection. And perhaps you may notice some dynamics of how your future projection responds positively to these 4 breaths of life. So go ahead now and take in the first deep breath in. Breathe it in and hold it for a second or two. And when you exhale, send it with the power of life into your projection. That's right. Let it all out. And now with the second breath in, start to breathe it in deeper than the one before, and hold it, and then exhale so that it can double the energy of that image, of that projection. There you go. And now the third breath, deeper than the others before, holding it, and exhale. Well done. Exhaling completely. And now, as you prepare for the fourth and final breath, breathe it in deep, deep and powerfully. This breath will give your image and your projection all of the finishing touches that it needs before you move out into the future and place it there. So go ahead, breathe it in and breathe out. That's it. Now, you are ready for a future that isn't what it used to be. Since you are already floating up above now, all you need to do is think about the date or time frame in the future which you expect or desire this outcome to be real for you. So decide now when in the future you will place this future memory. Perhaps you may just want your unconscious mind to figure out all the details. As you float out now into the future above time, looking down. That's right. Look down. And when you notice that you are in the future and above the date or time frame, then take your projection and insert it into your future timeline. See it settling itself comfortably into that future time. And from above it all, go ahead and notice all of the events back to now. And notice how they're all realigning, readjusting, reevaluating themselves to make this memory a memory to look forward to. That's right. And once you've noticed all those changes, in whatever way you notice them, just allow yourself to come back to now, to settle back down to now, here, the present place where this all began to present itself as your future. Because you can know that you've been able to look back to see what it will be like as you move toward that day when you can look forward to other future things, other future memories. And all you need to do now is just trust. Trust in that infinite power which lives within your hopes and dreams. So just let it all go. Detach from any expectations. Just let it all go so that it has the opportunity to sneak up on you and surprise you with a pleasant sensation. One which you will be able to recognize, perhaps in the form of a déjà vu experience. You know, the kind where you could just swear that you've been somewhere or done something exactly that way before. I wonder what other treasures your future holds in store for you. So as you come back now to the sound of my voice, to the sensations and the feelings in your body, the sound of the music, Focus on your breathing once again. Start to move your body a little bit, coming back to here and now. Returning back, feeling your eyes, wanting to come back to full awakening consciousness. Back to my voice. Coming all the way up as I count from 1 to 5. 1, coming up now. 2, more aware, more alert. 3, coming all the way back. Feeling refreshed, feeling wonderful, feeling alive, and looking forward to a future that just isn't what it used to be. 4, coming all the way up, and 5, all the way back with your eyes open, all the way back, eyes open, wide awake. Go ahead, reorientate yourself, and go ahead and shoot us a message in the chat to let us know how that was for you. And let me come back on screen, and I'll bring Ross back in. There we go. That one there, and go. Come on.
Hey, how was that?
All right.
That's amazing.
All right, everyone. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Thank you. Awesome. Great. Good to hear. Well, it'll be available for you in the members area under the guide section. I'll cut just that piece out so you can kind of download it and list it over and over, or go back and watch it there over and over. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. So we're gonna take a few minutes now just to kind of go over. We've talked about in probably the last 3 or 4 weeks. We've talked about the idea we've been putting together of creating a 7-day challenge to hack the infinity matrix, essentially, right? So we're calling it Success Hacks, a framework for infinity. All right, it's a 7-day quest to hack success in 2021 and beyond, to level up your reality. Okay, that's our objective, right? In the 7-day training, we're going to develop the framework for you to be able to have the money that you want, to attract the relationships that you crave, to cultivate. Say it again. Oh, I thought you said something, Ross. To cultivate the health that you deserve, and also to consciously and artfully create the reality that you want, unlike you've ever done before. Okay, and that's what these 7 days are designed. I mean, we're streamlining. It's going to be jam packed with we're going to put so much actionable stuff in there that it's going to be literally impossible for you to fail. So we've really kind of taken away as much fluff as possible, so that we're in the time that we're with you on the 7-day event, that it's just solid content for hacking the matrix. A lot of interactivity, and this is 11 years in beta that Ross and I have been working on this, and really tweaking it for ourselves and with our clients. And we've really put together a one-of-a-kind transformational system that will literally jumpstart your ability to accelerate your evolution while achieving everything you've ever dreamed of. Okay, there doesn't have to be a sacrifice. Okay, a lot of times people go into these things thinking that they have to sacrifice this or that because they come from a mindset it's either this or that. Well, no, we've always said that it's a this and that. And how do we embody that? Right? Well, Success Hacks, the framework for infinity, is based on our teachings that we deliver not only on the live streams here, but that we work with our clients in more intimate ways, one-on-one, and in structured programs, right? So, and it, by the way, is it's also the baseline for the book Ross and I are writing, which we'll talk more about in this year as well, called Hacking the Infinity Matrix, right? It's actually intended to be a book series, which we'll be leaking more of that as the months come by this year, but it will be out soon. That's our objective, right? So if you're, if you're not a part of the group, please, facebook.com/groups/the infinity matrix. Jump on there, because this is where we're going to be really tapping into some really high level stuff, and group specific content. We're, just as a teaser, we're lining up some interviews with some pretty high end people, some of which I think you guys will be excited to hear as far as bonus content we're going to have, and group specific only, and some of them will be VIP only. And we've been blessed. Well, I think we've all been blessed with tools in the matrices that we all live in, right? The challenge has been a large percentage of us have never been given the guidebook or blueprint for accessing, adapting, or maximizing those resources in any way, right? I mean, you think about it, we go through how many years of school did you do, and how much of that, unless your focus was on quantum physics or to certain mind technologies, how many of us really got training to really master this thing called the brain, the mind, the spirit, the soul, right? And so the 7 days is jam packed. It's a quest to hack success. We're going to expose hidden, but not so hidden, code that exists no matter where you are or who you're with. It exists right now. Right now it exists, and you don't know it. Okay. And we're going to unveil that for you. Okay, we're going to open up your eyes to a whole new world of reality. I guarantee, I'm not BSing you. I guarantee you, okay, in these 7 days, we're going to open up a whole new realm of reality that you never knew existed, but was always there. Okay. And once it's exposed, we will then teach you the system of hacking that code, so that your life becomes filled with purpose, direction, and miraculous type manifestations. All right. Do you want to jump in and say anything there, Ross?
Well, I think it comes down to, a lot of things that we've said, over the last, this is our 21 weeks we've been doing our live streams. And, each of those is kind of an introduction to, the main work that we do. As I've always said, we're not motivational guys. We're not rah-rah guys. Rah-rah motivation is fleeting. It doesn't last. It's like when you watch okay, I'm dating myself. When you watch Rocky, you're like, oh man, that's just amazing. I remember leaving the movie theater and I'm going to the gym right now, and I'm going to go to the gym for just like Rocky did, and that lasted 3 days, and it just fades. Life gets in the way. And what Gary and I have done is we've created processes like you've experienced over the last 21 weeks that they stay with you. We call it learn it once, live it forever, where they just stay. They just become part of you. And he hit it on the head, is that this isn't hard stuff. And we don't believe in that I have to make this hard and complicated so that people will believe me. Because that's how a lot of us are conditioned as well, is that, oh, this has got, this is just too easy. It can't work. It's like, yeah, it can. Yes, it can. The one of the processes that we're working on now is called the abundance breath. I'm telling you, it freaking works. It's like, wow. And it's so simple. And even sometimes we get caught. It's like, are you sure? Like, yeah, this is what I've been doing. This is what's happened. Um, so that's the best way is we have never asked anybody to change.
Well, here's the thing, though. Let me jump in on that because,
Uh-huh.
and the reason we don't, I think it's important to emphasize, is because it's what you are. We can't ask
Right,
you something that you're
exactly.
already doing. I mean, it's like it's change is the only constant. It's just a matter of, or do you have choice? Do you have conscious option, the conscious choice to go in the direction that you want, and to have more choice and to come from that choice convergence point. Right. So yeah, and someone had, so Vivian had just said, wish you could commit to the 7-day challenge. Work might get in the way of that, though. Vivian, don't worry about it. The way we've set it up, yes, we will be doing a live component of it, but there will be replays for people that can't make that time frame, because we understand there's so many time zones. We've got that in place. The intention is going to be 7 days, and it's going to start March 4th. So that means the stream that we do normally on Thursdays, we will not be doing a live stream on March 4th. We will actually be doing a watch party while we're doing the live stream for the people on the challenge. Right. So that will be a watch party of probably our first, what is the Infinity Matrix?
Yeah, it's our favorite.
Yeah, so that one will be doing, and we'll have a staff kind of monitoring that and kind of interacting with people that show up. But we will be actually doing live on that Thursday, March 4th, with the first day of the success hacks. And so there is the time frame that we have, but we understand that it's not always going to be able, people going to always going to be able to do that. And it's going to be the same time, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it'll be about an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours long, depending on the content. And we want to make sure you get all that you need to get out of it. So you're going to want to block off that time. If you can't do all that time in that live part, then you'll catch the replay, and then you'll be able to do that, and then and catch up from there. So
and even if, and Gary, even if they're doing the replay because they're not catching the live, you're still going to have one-on-one access to us.
100%, yeah.
So it's not like, oh, just watch the video. No, that doesn't,
and if you
that
guys
doesn't work.
If you guys have ever commented on our stuff, you know that you have that anyways. It just may not be instant, but
exactly.
So, and so the 7 days is really jam packed. So day one, right? Day one, you're literally going to start to see this brand new code of the matrix that I'm talking about, that you've missed your whole life. And now it's going to be it's an elusive obvious, right? And with this awareness and the tools we give you, you'll start to begin to customize and tweak that code to influence your reality, and you'll start to notice that from day one. Okay, that's going to be that powerful, and it's only going to build every day after that. All right. And then day two, you'll start to feel your excitement stirring up, and you'll get a sense of what it's like to code reality, and the ability to consistently and effortlessly align your highest purpose with that reality that you want, right? And then to unlock, because the thing is, and we've talked about in other streams, that if you don't have complete alignment, what happens, it becomes energy drain, it becomes time drain, it becomes distraction, it becomes, you don't have that focused energy to create and manifest the things you want in your life. All right, so with this alignment, you're going to start to find that you have way more energy. You're going to find that you do more things, you get more things done. You're going to find that missing time that you think, where did time go thing, you're going to have less and less of that, right? And then day three,
Gary, can I interrupt you for just a second?
Yeah, sure.
So going off of what you just said, that mind drain, that when you're going through this stuff, it's the reason is because in many cases you're being asked to change, and your worst enemy at that moment is your subconscious mind saying no. The subconscious mind loves the status quo. It loves it. That's the warm and cuddly blanket that is just like, ooh, this is so nice. and such.
Searches for familiarity. It searches for
Exactly. And
yeah,
it will, regardless of the end result or the outcome, it will keep you there. And even though you're like, no, I need to be better, I need to be better, it's like, no, I'm comfy. I
yeah,
like this. This is good. And I'm gonna let you kind of play with this for a day or so, you know, and this is motivation. I'm gonna let you play with this for a day, maybe 3 days, maybe a week, but I will ultimately, piece by piece, pull you back. Um, I don't have one with me now, but I used to I do this just a visual where imagine a rubber band, and the rubber band is your subconscious mind, okay, and it's comfortable. It's just in it, and then you stretch that rubber band. That's your conscious mind telling this subconscious mind to expand and to learn and such. And it's like, okay, I'll do it for now, but as soon as you stop thinking about that change and then modification, the subconscious mind goes, it's not paying attention anymore. Life got in the way. And then it just slowly brings you right back.
yeah,
And
yeah.
this is where the programs that we put together, we kind of subvert that. Okay. And because we're, as I said, we're not trying to change anything. We're trying to modify and enhance what's already there and work together with all the pieces that are you, so that they just work better together. Because really, everything that we've shown you in the last 21 weeks has just been, it's been simple because it's you. We've just made it work better.
Yeah, and as you've seen, if you've watched any of the streams, I mean, even the hacks we've given, they've all been very simple, very
Right.
straight to the point. And that's the way we kind of like to teach, because that's the way so the unconscious mind has is equivalent to acts and responds equivalent to a 4 to 6 year old child. So we need to kind of present information to it in that way so that it gets it and goes, oh, okay, I can do that, and then just does it. But if you start to complex it too much, then it's too much work, and so it won't do it over time, right?
And it gets
So
confused.
yeah. So let me just, because we're on the time, and I want to make sure that I honor people's time. So on the day 3, I'm telling you, if you don't do any of the other days, but you only do day 3, day 3 to me is a mind blower. It will completely blow your mind once you get a hold of the tool we give you on day 3. In my opinion, if I believed that everybody would do what we teach on day 3 and nothing else, and do it fully to its max, we wouldn't need to do anything else. It's that powerful. Right? And then we code it into the frickin' matrix. So that's even better. So so day 3 is hands down my absolute. It's a must attend for that, whether you do it live or catch the replay on it. And then day 4, we're going to really start to work on honing and tapping into the core confidence of yourself, and have it grow your capacity to tap into your natural powers, so that you can obliterate fears, obstacles that have ever held you back. Right, and to really kind of set yourself free from an inner place of peace and tranquility, and allowing your life visions, like things you see yourself achieving, have them be attracted to your core, instead of always having to work to get to them. Okay. And then day 5, we're, again, every day is going to build on one another. And day 5 is a really fun one, because it's really where we play with the whole concept and idea of abundance. And setting yourself up as the universal magnet that draws things in that you desire, right? It's a pretty fun one, that one as well. And then day 6, it's day 6 is where we start to now tap into how do we inject joy into the matrix wherever we are, so that becomes a steady stream that happens for us. Joy and happiness and things like that, so that your life becomes an expression of your joy and your passion, right? Um, and then we have a really cool process we're going to do, which I haven't even told Ross about yet because it's in my head and I'm formulating on day 6 to build a really amazing. We're going to do an amazing community building process within the group. So we start to create a global community and almost like it'll be almost like musical chairs, if you will, in Zoom. So you'll see what that's going to be about.
Yeah, well, he's dropped the hint, and I'm just still waiting for him to tell me how this is going to work. He'll tell me at 8:45 that morning.
Exactly, that's right.
Okay, I figured it out.
And then day 7 becomes the bittersweet day, where we know things are coming to an end, but you've got so much tools and resources to start to go out and really hack the world and really apply these hacking matrix skills and set you off into the stratosphere, really. And we're going to give you a play-by-play, 30-day blueprint, what to do after that to continue the integration. We've got bonuses. So we got, we got 4 or 5 bonuses. So bonus number 1, we've got a really cool 365-day hacking the infinity matrix little ebook that we give you that has something every day that you can focus on. And you also get a blueprint, a 30-day blueprint, that implementation blueprint, which is second bonus. You're going to get the third one, which is worth everything. Your jaw's going to drop. I'm going to be giving away and reintroducing, because I put it on the shelf when I retired from hypnosis. I'm bringing back out. It's a 16-set series called Secrets to the Manifesting Mind, which is absolutely the creme de la creme of hypnotic processes I've done I'm now 30 some years as a hypnotherapist. Well, retired in the last 10, but so it's absolutely amazing. That's bonus number 3. Bonus number 4, which is kind of a seed for something coming, is that we are also going to, actually both 4 and 5 are. 4, we're going to when the 7 days are done, we're going to be available for you for an additional 4 weeks. So we're going to open up 4 additional weeks where we have accountability and question and answer calls, where we can all jump in and you get live direct interaction with us to kind of help you to sort things out, work things out, and refine them and move forward with it, right? And then the 5th bonus is, I don't know if I should tell them, Ross. The 5th bonus is, I'm gonna let you read about the 5th bonus, because I don't want to leak it out to everyone just yet, unless you're interested in the 7-day. So this 5th bonus is it's going to be on the webpage where you can sign up for this. If you're interested in this at all, just type in hashtag 7-day hack. Hashtag 7-day hack. Let me put it up on the screen so everybody can see and they put it right. And then that'll give Ross and I a cue to then send you the link, the direct link to signing up and all the rest of the info. So there it is right there. Hashtag 7-day hack. Go ahead and type that in the comments, and then Ross and I can reach out to you over today and tomorrow, or as you come in with replays and stuff like that. And then we'll send you the direct link to getting that. That works too. Hashtag 7. Hashtag 7-day hack is what we're looking for. There we go. And then we'll send that out to you guys. And then hopefully y'all can join us. It's going to be amazing. We're so excited about it. I'm coming up with new stuff that I'm like, like brand new stuff for you guys that I'm in super creative zone. So I'm looking forward to it.
And mind you, I have to tell him to stop.
Because we only got
just too much. It's just like, no, I can't handle anymore. You need to stop, and let's just, this is enough. And because there is a point of overwhelm. You
No,
do get to that point of overwhelm, and I'm coming up with stuff, and he's coming up with stuff. And we're just like, part two. We
yeah.
don't know,
Well, it's
but it's going to
right?
be really, really cool. It
Creative,
really is.
active type stuff because I want to really make it a lot of fun and interactive as possible.
Exactly. And I want to throw one extra thing out there, and we're going to let everybody go. When Gary is saying hashtag 7-day hack, and we're saying hashtag replay, those are important because with the way we have the algorithm set up, it'll send us a notice when somebody puts that up, and then we can go specifically to that question or whatever the case may be. So that's why we do that. If you specifically have a question for Gary or myself, then if you put in Gary where it'll kind of shows his name there, and that again, the system recognizes it and sends us a direct message saying, Gary, somebody has a direct question for you, or Ross, they have a question for you. So all of these things that we are asking you to do is so that we can better serve you. Sometimes people say, well, you haven't answered my question. And I'm just like, I didn't see it. There wasn't anything there. Or I didn't get the notice because there's thousands of these a week. So that's why we asked you to do all this. So it's just very, very important so we can just simply more efficiently better serve you. But I think that's it.
Yeah, well, just one last thing. So we
Sure.
also will be sending out an email to anyone that's given us on our VIP. That'll
Correct.
be going out to let you know about the Zoom times. If you want to hear more, we'll kind of be doing similar to it, but maybe going a little bit more detailed into the elements of what we're going to be doing, and maybe some Q&As on there without giving away the course itself. And we will be emailing that out. So please do check your emails for email from, it'll be coming from connected@hackingtheinfinitymatrix.com, I believe is the email we have set up. So please do look for that and check your mail in the next 24 hours for that. And we look forward to seeing you all there. Until next week.
Thank you.
And please check in again the group for the replay. I'll cut that induction piece out so that it's a standalone, and you can go right and you can just have that as a process to repeat. Thank you all. We love you. We appreciate you all for being here and sticking around and listening to this. And we look forward to those of you that decide to join us on the 7-day challenge.
All right.
Okay.
Great day.